Your cat is not cold, not distant, and not ignoring you. And if you have ever found yourself thinking, why does my cat behave this way? Or, does my cat actually love me? Then the real problem is not your cat, but the way you interpret cat behavior. Because cat psychology works very differently from human expectations. And cats do not show attachment in obvious or dramatic ways. They build it slowly through repeated patterns, subtle signals, and consistent behaviors that most owners simply fail to notice. Which is exactly why so many people misunderstand their cats and assume there is no emotional connection, when in reality, that connection has already been built much deeper than they realize. No 10. It chooses your scent because that means safety and stability. When your cat repeatedly lies on your clothes, your belongings, or places where your scent remains, it may seem like a simple habit, a search for comfort, or even coincidence. But in reality, this is one of the clearest answers to the question, why does my cat behave this way? Because cats build their understanding of the world through scent mapping. And when your cat mixes its scent with yours, it is not just marking territory, it is reinforcing a connection in its brain where your presence equals safety, predictability, and stability, which is one of the strongest signs your cat trusts you and associates you with security. Before we go further, if you're learning something new about your cat right now, consider liking the video and subscribing. It helps other cat lovers discover this information too. And honestly, more people deserve to understand what their cats are trying to communicate. Number 9. It follows you even when it does not need anything. If your cat quietly follows you from room to room without asking for food, without seeking attention, and without making it obvious, it may seem random or unimportant, but this behavior is directly connected to early developmental patterns, because kittens follow a parent figure not just to explore, but to regulate uncertainty and feel safe while navigating their environment. And when an adult cat repeats this same behavior, it means your presence functions as a secure base, something that provides emotional stability even without direct interaction, which is one of the key signs your cat sees you as more than just a human. Number 8. It chooses to sleep near you because it trusts you. Sleep is the most vulnerable state for a cat, because during sleep it cannot fully monitor its surroundings or react quickly to threats, which is why cats are extremely selective about where and with whom they rest. And if your cat consistently chooses to sleep near you, whether it is on your bed, next to you on the couch, or simply in the same room, this is not random behavior. It is a decision based on trust, because your presence lowers the perceived level of danger in the environment, making you one of the safest places it can be. Number 7. It allows you to see it when it is not guarded. Cats are instinctively wired to hide weakness, discomfort, and pain, because in nature, showing vulnerability can make them a target. So if your cat does not withdraw from you during such moments, if it allows you to see it when it is tired, less alert, or not at its best, it means the level of trust toward you overrides even its most basic survival instincts, which is one of the strongest behavioral indicators that your cat sees you as a safe and trusted figure. Number 6. It brings you things as if you are part of its responsibility. When your cat brings you toys, random objects, or even prey, it may seem strange or unnecessary, but this behavior has a clear origin in feline caregiving instincts. Because in natural conditions, adult cats bring food to their young or to members of their group who depend on them, and when your cat does this with you, it is not acting randomly, it is expressing a form of care, treating you as someone within its social structure who matters enough to provide for, which explains how cats show attachment in ways people often misunderstand. Number 5. It grooms you as part of its social group. Grooming in cats is not just about hygiene. It is a social bonding behavior used to strengthen relationships and reinforce trust within a group. And when your cat licks your skin, your hands, or even your hair, it is not a random action. It is including you in this bonding ritual, treating you as one of its own, which is one of the clearest signs your cat trusts you and sees you as part of its inner circle. Number 4. It feels safer eating when you are nearby. Eating is a vulnerable activity for cats because it requires them to lower their guard and divide their attention. And if your cat prefers to eat when you are nearby or seems more relaxed when you are present, it means your presence reduces its perception of danger, allowing it to feel safe enough to focus on feeding, which is another clear answer to the question of how to understand your cat's behavior. Number 3. It communicates with you in a unique and adapted way. Adult cats do not typically use the same vocalizations with other cats that they use with humans, and if your cat talks to you more often, uses different tones, or seems to respond specifically to you, it means it has adapted its communication to you, which is a strong sign of emotional connection and one of the ways cats build a bond with humans. Number 2. It fully relaxes its body around you. When a cat stretches out, exposes its belly, softens its body, and lets go of tension, it is entering a state of low vigilance, which only happens in an environment it perceives as completely safe. And this is one of the strongest and most reliable signs your cat trusts you, even if most people misinterpret it as something casual or insignificant. Number 1. It consistently chooses you over everyone else. Out of all the people around it, your cat pays more attention to you, stays closer to you, watches you more carefully, and reacts more strongly to your presence. And this is not coincidence, because cats do not form equal bonds with everyone. They choose one individual as their primary point of attachment, and if your cat has chosen you, it means you are its central figure of safety, stability, and connection. And when you start to see all these behaviors not as separate moments, but as a consistent pattern, it becomes clear that your cat is not distant, not indifferent, and not emotionally unavailable. It simply expresses connection differently, quietly, gradually, and through behavior rather than obvious signals, which is exactly why so many people misunderstand their cats, because they expect loud affection, while cats show trust in a much deeper and more subtle way that only becomes visible once you truly learn how to see it.